This Send Ghana report is demanding some equity in the distribution of resources at the district level to the various communities captured within a particular jurisdictional area or geographical area of the district. Now, if you look at the unequal distribution of resources indicators as captured in this report that the Send Ghana is putting out, they say that social interventions are not distributed equally. Like, for example, the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty, as LEAP, MMDAs use discretion in distributing resources, and some communities end up getting more resources than other communities within the same district. Some communities also become more deprived and poor. These are the indicators as captured in this particular Send Ghana report, whom they are demanding that there should be some equity and equitable distribution of the resources in the various communities captured in the MMDAs. Now, let's just go on to the telephone now. George Baffour is a former president of the National Association of Local Authorities Ghana, NALAG, and also a local government expert. Sir, I thank you very much for your time, Mr. Baffour. Good evening, Chief. You can hear me.
Yeah, good evening. I can hear you.
Thank you for your time this evening. Now, would you go for the argument of an equitable distribution of resources among the various communities captured in a particular municipality or district, or the resources should be targeted at solving specific needs of specific communities rather than having it generally distributed equitably?
Well, thank you very much, and greetings to your cherished viewers. I believe that these MMDAs have clearly defined functions under various enactments. But summarily, they are responsible for the overall development of their respective districts of jurisdiction. And for that matter, they are supposed to ensure fair distribution of resources to the entire area of jurisdiction, as I've said.
Right.
But they are guided by relevant laws and legislations. For instance, we have the National Development Planning Act at 480, which guides the development of this country beginning from the community. So each assembly is enjoined by arrangements with the National Development Planning Commission, which is set up by law, to develop a medium-term framework for its development programs. I mean, I believe there are 4 or 5 year development plans, and these plans guide the distribution of resources to finance various development activities under the development plan. So sometimes the assembly, because of inadequacy of resources, has to prioritize. For instance, if the assembly thinks that job creation or development perspectives that enhances or enhance job creation is their focus for a particular year, they may perhaps focus on it and ensure that job opportunities are available. They resource and assist people who are engaged in businesses to be able to employ more people. Sometimes, if education is a priority, they will look at the education and then they will have to look at other sectors as well. So because of inadequacy of resources, it is not possible for assemblies to be seen, to be fairly distributing resources, because fair distribution of resources is clearly very subjective, depending on
the situation at hand. Now, one of the findings of this report is also that there's a lack of supervision on the disbursement of these resources given to the MMDAs. How can government improve on the supervision of the resources given to these MMDAs?
Well, I am not privy to the details of what the report means by supervision, because you see, the assemblies are institutions that have been created by the Constitution. They are governments in their own right at the local level. So they are people who have been elected, people who have been appointed, they sit together, they are guided by laws, and the Constitution enjoins the state to allocate a minimum of 5% under Article 522 to these assemblies to undertake development. So the assemblies are mandated by law and by the Constitution to undertake development, and they have all the structures. They have the internal audit structure. The external auditors are also there. They have project monitoring units, teams. They have planning officers. They have budget officers. They have local government inspectors. There are institutions which are inbuilt in terms of checks and balances to ensure the prudent use of resources. So I don't understand what the report means by central government supervision or monitoring of resources to the assemblies. Of course, the RCCs are intermediary institutions that also has the legal authority or the legal mandate to undertake evaluation, monitoring, and coordination of all MMDAs within the region, and they do so periodically.
Okay, Mr. Baffour, I want to thank you very much for your initial analysis of the details of this particular report by Sen Ghana. He is the former president of NALAG and a local government expert as well.